Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is June 21st, 2012. It is Thursday, June 21st, 2012. Quickly, the results for the morning session. The ES were plus 10 ticks, the YM were plus 4 ticks, the NQ were plus 9 ticks. Alright, those are our results for the morning. I'll go through the trades for you in just a minute here. Before I get into that, if you are in here on a free trial, tonight is the partners meeting. Tonight at 9 p.m. we have our weekly partners meeting. If you're on the free trial, you might want to take advantage of the offer that was sent to you, so you can get into that partners meeting tonight. Okay. If you do not have the offer in your email, and you want the offer, you want to know what it's all about, then just send an email or type right in here if you want, or send an email to support@cfrn.net. Okay, support@cfrn.net. If you haven't taken the free trial, you can go to www.cfrn.net/apply and take the free trial. Okay. All right. That said, let's go over the trades that we took. Okay, we didn't take a ton of trades this morning. The ES was kind of difficult because it was inside these weekly trading zones most of the morning here, and so we didn't take this trade because it was just outside the rules for me. My trading plan doesn't allow me to trade into the weekly trading zones if there's not 2 points from the entry to the zone, and that was just outside it. But we were able to take this trade over here, right here this morning. Okay, you can see the divergences. If we didn't have the zones on here, when we had these divergences, and I went over this in the meeting that we had, the webinar that we had Monday afternoon, we have some bearish divergence right here. It hit the BBC and bounced off it nicely. Again right here, bearish divergence off the BBC nicely. Over here you see the cycles moving up, so it's not as attractive for a bounce. Over here where we did actually take the trade, we had the divergence there as well, and it hit the BBC and bounced off it. Now, on the 10,000 contract chart, I don't use the divergence as part of the rule set to enter the trade, but I do like to see it when I'm in the trade. Ideally, whenever you have divergence, what you want to see is this green line work its way down into the cycle portion. All right, and you can see that it's done that in every one of these cases. So we took a short right over here this morning, and we took some profit on that one. Okay, that was our ES morning. Okay, there's not much more to say about it. We started out up here. We went through this zone, down to this zone, back up to this zone. Then we dropped right through all of them down to this zone. Okay, and on this big move down here is where we got into the market on that one. All right, so we got 10 ticks out of that. The NQ, we took a few trades on the NQ this morning. All right, this was our first trade right here. We had bullish divergence after the MA1 crossed up above the BBC. Price pulled back down to the BBC. The BBC was acting as support. We got an up close, and we went long right there and stopped out right there. Okay, there was opportunity here on the downside, right in here, that I missed. Okay, there's a bunch of opportunities that I missed, but the ones that I did take, I took this one and I stopped out. Same scenario right here. I stopped out on that one. I missed a few trades in here. There was one right here that I missed. I did take this one, and I took some profit on that, and I did take this one, and I took profit on that. That put me into the green on the morning. All right. Now, right in here, we had bullish divergence down here. Price came down, tested the BBC. The BBC acting as support. The market and price started to move back in the direction of the cycle. That's when I jumped in at the close, the up close of that bar. I jumped in and I got long, and I took some profit. Over here, just the total opposite. The MA1 crossed down below the BBC, suggesting that we should be looking for shorts. Price pulled back up, treated the BBC as resistance, and once it closed down off of the BBC, I got short, and it dropped down from right there. All right. Again, right here, we had an opportunity, but I missed it. Over here, another opportunity, and then toward the end of the morning session, we had this huge move down right here, and this move was in the ES, it was in the YM, it was in the NQ, it was all over the place. Unfortunately, it didn't pull back and give us an opportunity to enter. Okay. You can see down here the divergence was all over the place. It gave a couple of opportunities here during the break, right in there. right over here on the short side, and there's another one happening right now on the short side. You see we have the bearish divergence right here, and we just had a down close right there. Okay, right there. Let me blow that up a little bit for you so you can see it a little better. Right there is the down close after the bearish divergence. That was the NQ for us this morning. Okay, not a lot happening there on the NQ, and the YM was pretty much the same. We didn't do a lot on the YM this morning either. You can see the ES right now is right down into that weekly trading zone. That's down below right there. Okay, let's scroll over here. I'm going to blow up the excuse me. I'm going to blow up the YM here so you can see it a little better. Let's see the trade that I took on the YM. I took 2 trades on the YM this morning, one winning and one losing. My winning trade was right here. I got long right in here, and let me blow it up so you can see it a little better. It's the same exact setup as we had on, that we were using over there on the NQ. Okay, we had a bullish cross right here, a pull back down to the BBC. Okay, a pull down to the BBC. We had bullish divergence down here. Once we got the bullish divergence and we got an up close, I got long right in there, and I took profit up here. All right, I don't remember how many ticks profit I took on that, but I know when I took this one over here, same scenario, except the cycle was headed down a little bit on this one. This one stopped me out for 7 ticks. Okay, that was a 7-tick loss. And this one over here must have been, if this was 7 ticks, I had 2 contracts. It was 14. I ended plus 4. So if that was 7, then this one must have been 9. All right, that was pretty much my morning on the YM. We got very flat right in here at 10 o'clock. This was, we had a bunch of news events. Well, not a bunch, but we had a few news events come out at 10 o'clock. The high-impact news events were bad news. The low-impact news events were good news. So it was, it was a little bit of a mixed bag. Initially, it went down, and then it went up, and now it's going down again. All right. You can see right in here there were a couple of opportunities to short right there and right there. When it spun around, we didn't have any opportunities in here. This was that big move. I showed it to you on the NQ a few minutes ago. The same thing. We didn't have any opportunity. It pulled back. I mean, it didn't get any pullbacks to the BBC for an opportunity to short into that right there. The only way you could have done it would have been the green into the brown right here. Okay, this green into the brown right there. All right. Let's see. That's pretty much it. I didn't take any other trades on the YM. I know that, but I'm just looking to see if any other ones set up here. With the MA1 below the BBC, well, hang on. There was one right here that was going into a zone. One over here. One over here. And that's pretty much it. You can see the YM is also at a weekly trading zone. So the ES and the YM are both at weekly trading zones right now. Let's see. There was this move over here on the 1500. What I had suggested at the time that it was happening was, if you didn't want to take the risk that was going to be required to take this trade, which might have been 20 ticks, you could let the market go up through the BBC, then put a sell stop in at the BBC, so it would capture you on the way down. Now, if you did that, it was a great move. All right, it was very nice move on the way down. It was 739 all the way down. Well, it's over 100 ticks right now, about 110, 113 ticks. So it's that was pretty significant. Let's see. We didn't look at any of the other markets this morning. We didn't look at the soybeans or the corn or crude or the 6E or anything like that this morning. But I'm sure it was just as tradable. Does anybody have any questions about any of this stuff? If I don't see any questions coming in, then I am going to wrap up the recording part of this. I just want to wrap it up with another reminder. Go to www.cfrn.net/apply to take the free trial. And if you are in here on the free trial right now and your trial is about to expire, you may want to take advantage of the offer that is in your email right now. And if you don't have an offer, send us a quick email at support@cfrn.net, and we will we'll get you the offer out right away. Give you the opportunity to get into the partners meeting tonight. All right.